Elmore High has been discovered to be a prison. What if I told you that Elmore Junior High, the central hub of so many episodes of the amazing world of Gumball, isn't really a school at all? What if instead it's a prison, a holding place, a cage for unstable cartoon characters who aren't meant to escape? I know that sounds wild, but the deeper you look into Elmore Junior High, the stranger it gets.
The first people who spoke to me at Elmore Junior High. And this, the coolest kids in school. Gumball and Darwin.
The students, the teachers, the rules of the building itself, none of it feels like a normal school. And when you line up the evidence, a chilling possibility emerges. Elmore Junior High might be the key to understanding why Elmore is unstable, why timelines break, and why the new revival could be darker than anyone expects. So today, we're going deep into the secret history of Elmore Junior High and asking the big question, could it actually be a prison for cartoon characters? Let's break it down.
This is today. Here's us at lunchtime.
Yeah. Look at that hand, it's like a big thumb.
Little hands are difficult to draw.
The building that shouldn't exist. Take a good look at Elmore Junior High. It doesn't look like a normal school. No playgrounds, no sports fields, no windows that make sense. Half the time, classrooms shift in layout from episode to episode, and whole hallways appear out of nowhere. That's not just cartoon convenience, it's a red flag. In real-world architecture, buildings like this are called non-Euclidean spaces, places that don't follow the rules of geometry.
We're her only friends. We have to do whatever it takes to make her happy.
We're her only friends! We have to do whatever it takes to make her happy!
And you know where those show up? Prisons. Closed environments designed to confuse, contain, and limit escape. If Elmore is a simulation, then Elmore Junior High is its control block, a place deliberately designed so no one inside can fully understand the boundaries. The teachers are prison guards in disguise. Let's talk about the staff. Principal Brown, incompetent on the surface, but always there to enforce order, even if it's absurd. Miss Simeon, strict, cruel, and seemingly ancient. She doesn't teach so much as she polices. Mr. Small, a counselor who distracts students with nonsense rather than helping them escape their problems.
I couldn't remember the exact energy points I needed to strike, so better safe than sorry.
Coach Russo, a literal powerhouse whose only job is to break up fights and keep students in line. None of these characters act like real educators. They're caricatures, sure, but think about it. They function more like guards than teachers. They keep the kids in place, stop them from questioning too much, and distract them with busy work. That's not school. That's containment.
What's going on here? I'll have no fighting on my watch! Oh, Gumball Watterson, I might have known!
Oh, thank you, Miss Simeon.
The students who shouldn't be there. Here's where things get really weird. Elmore Junior High isn't just filled with kids. You have a balloon, a banana, a robot, a ghost, a living peanut with antlers, a kid who is literally a cloud. This doesn't look like a student body. It looks like a holding facility for rejected or unstable cartoon experiments. Characters who don't fit anywhere else in Elmore all seem to end up here, confined within the walls of the school. It's as if Elmore Junior High was built as a dumping ground for characters who can't function in the wider world. And remember, prisons aren't always bars and chains. Sometimes they're just walls that keep you in with everyone else who doesn't belong.
Sounds like a simple allergy. Just hold it in and get back to class.
Oh, okay.
The endless cycle of repetition. Ever notice how no one in Elmore Junior High ever really graduates? Gumball and Darwin are always stuck in middle school. Aeneas, despite being a genius, never skips ahead. The older kids, like Tobias, Tina, and even Jamie, never move on to high school. Time is frozen here. This isn't education, it's stasis. The point of a prison isn't to help you grow.
Yes, it does. Look, it's happening right now.
Just try for 1 minute to see that there are other kids in the school.
It's to keep you locked in place. And that's exactly what Elmore Junior High does. It traps characters in endless loops of the same conflicts, the same hallways, the same classrooms. Gumballers, the void is coming, but you need to smash the subscribe button and like this video to see it clearly. The strange connection to the void. Here's the big one. Remember the void? That horrifying place where forgotten characters, abandoned ideas, and outright mistakes in reality get swallowed up and erased? It's not just a random dimension. It's the garbage disposal of Elmore's reality. And when you line things up, Elmore Junior High has direct ties to it. Think about the pattern. Students vanish from class without explanation. One episode, they're sitting in the background. The next, they're gone, never mentioned again. Sometimes they return seasons later, but more often than not, they're erased quietly, with no closure. Take Molly Collins. Her entire existence is literally deleted inside the void.
Molly! Molly?
What's wrong with her?
Or Rachel Wilson, Carrie's older sister, who just disappears from the student body with no explanation. Even teachers aren't safe. Remember when certain faculty members are suddenly swapped out, completely replaced by someone new, and nobody bats an eye? It's almost like the school isn't just connected to the void, it's sitting right on top of it, feeding into it. And if you were going to design a prison for unstable cartoon characters, for ideas and identities that threaten to glitch the system, wouldn't it make sense to build it right above the dumping ground? Right over the place where you can erase mistakes permanently without anyone asking questions? So maybe when someone drops out of Elmore Junior High, they don't just transfer schools. They don't just move away. Maybe they get erased, deleted, absorbed into the glitching underbelly of the void, where the system keeps its darkest secrets hidden. And here's the most chilling part. The characters inside Elmore don't even question it. To them, it's normal. People disappear all the time, and life just resets the next day. But for us watching closely, that silence is the loudest clue of all. The prison experiments. Episodes that prove it. Let's run through a few episodes that back this theory up. The dress. Gumball wears a dress.
Gumball! What are you wearing?
Shh! Dad ruined all my clothes and made me wear this stupid dress. I cannot let anyone recognize me.
And the entire student body turns against him like prisoners policing each other's behavior. The skull. Darwin finds a skull in school, hinting at something darker beneath the surface. The ape. Miss Simeon's power over the kids is treated as absolute, even cult-like. The lesson. A chaotic nightmare where the school feels more like a gladiator pit than a classroom. The origins. We see the Wattersons literally deliver Darwin to the school as if it's an intake center. These aren't normal school plots, these are prison experiments, testing how characters react under pressure, paranoia, and authority. The simulation angle. Now, here's where everything really starts to lock into place. If Elmore is a simulation, and let's be real, the show itself leans heavily on that theory, then Elmore Junior High isn't just a school.
In your own school.
What are you talking about? Look around you, mine's the only class in Elmore Junior High.
Gumball, no it isn't.
It's the testing environment, the hub, the containment zone. Think about it. Where do most of the show's biggest conflicts actually begin? The school. Where do the most surreal reality-breaking moments keep happening? The school. And no matter what storyline begins outside, at home, in town, or even in another dimension, the characters almost always find themselves being dragged right back into the halls of Elmore Junior High. That doesn't feel random, it feels intentional. It's as if the simulation is designed with one primary rule: keep the subjects in the hub, don't let them wander too far, don't let them get too close to the truth. Because if the characters ever truly broke free, if they escaped the walls of Elmore Junior High, they might start asking questions the system can't afford to answer. So the school isn't just a setting.
As a rule, you must never raise your hand against anyone.
Command integrated.
How do we know it worked?
It's a cage, a loop, a digital prison disguised as ordinary life. And every chaotic episode, every bizarre event inside those walls might not be accidents at all, but stress tests of how long the characters can last before they crack. The forgotten students. Here's something fans almost never bring up: the students who just vanish. Take Molly Collins, for example. She's not just a background gag. She gets literally erased in the void, her very existence wiped out as if she had never belonged in Elmore at all. Then there's Rachel, Tobias's older sister.
Hi, I'm Tobias Wilson, and a lot of people ask me, can you teach me to be as cool as you?
She was introduced, established as part of the Watterson social circle, and then gone. No farewell, no transfer, no explanation. She simply vanished from Elmore Junior High. And it doesn't stop there. If you comb through the series, you'll notice faces in the background that appear once or twice and then disappear forever. Elmore Junior High quietly swallows its own students whole. Now here's the twist. That doesn't look like sloppy writing. It looks like a pattern. Characters vanish when they stop serving the system. Just like in real institutions, especially prisons, people can be erased without a trace once they've outlived their usefulness. So when we see these forgotten students, we're not just looking at abandoned side characters. We're looking at evidence. Evidence that the school isn't a school at all, but a controlled environment where disappearances aren't accidents, they're by design. The future. According to Barbara, Banana Barbara's cryptic prophecies have always felt like background noise in the amazing world of Gumball. Surreal, unsettling, but easy to dismiss as just another gag.
What does Barbarama Barnara usually do during the day?
Dude, her name is Banana Barbara.
That's what I just said.
Bamarba Banambram.
Barbara.
But look closer, and you realize they're not just random paintings or quirky visions. They're warnings. Her artwork doesn't predict trivial things like lunch menus or pop quizzes. No, Barbara paints collapse, chaos, inevitability. She paints destinies too heavy for the characters to fully comprehend. And the disturbing part? So many of her visions seem to orbit around one place again and again, Elmore Junior High. That's not a coincidence. Think about it. The school is the hub of almost every major storyline. It's where conflicts start, where reality glitches the hardest, and where characters keep getting pulled back no matter what begins outside. If Elmore is a simulation, then the school is the testing chamber, and Barbara's art may be the only record of what's really happening behind the curtain. What if Barbara saw it first? What if, while everyone else laughed it off, she realized the truth, that Elmore Junior High was never designed to educate? That it wasn't a place of learning at all, but a containment unit, a prison. Her paintings, then, take on a terrifying new meaning.
Barbara, can you paint it back into existence, please?
They're not general warnings about Elmore falling apart. They're about the prison cracking from within, a system that can only hold its students, its inmates, for so long before the truth bleeds through. And here's the chilling possibility. If Barbara knew this, if she saw the collapse coming, maybe that's why her character so often exists in the margins. Quiet, watching, painting the inevitable. Because what can you do when you've seen the future and you know that nobody will believe you?
But there is no future.
Her visions aren't just unfinished threads, they're the smoking gun. The blueprint for what's waiting under the surface of Elmore Junior High. The question isn't whether Barbara was right. The question is whether her visions are still unfolding. And if the new series dares to pick up her storyline, we may finally see what she's been trying to tell us all along. The prison was never stable, and once the inmates figure it out, the system will collapse from the inside. The real purpose of Elmore Junior High. So what is Elmore Junior High really? When you add it all up, the shifting architecture, the guards disguised as teachers, the prisoners disguised as students, the connection to the void, the endless time loop, and the disappearances, it doesn't look like a school at all. It looks like a prison, a containment zone for cartoon characters who don't belong in the wider multiverse. A way to study them, control them, and erase them if they get too close to the truth. And if the revival is truly going darker, this may be where the story goes next. Because what happens when Gumball, Darwin, and the rest of Elmore finally realize they've been trapped in a prison this whole time? That's not just a funny cartoon anymore. That's horror. The kind of horror that was hiding in plain sight all along. At this point, Gumballers, could Elmore Junior High actually be a prison? The evidence says yes. The school doesn't just fail to make sense, it makes too much sense when you view it as a containment system. And if the revival digs into this theory, we might finally learn the secret history of Elmore Junior High. The real question is, can anyone ever escape? If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the amazing world of Gumball, and tell me in the comments. Do you think Elmore Junior High is a prison, or is it just cartoon chaos? Because either way, it might just blow your mind when the new series drops. Gumballers, as always, stay jiggy, stay gumballing,